I spent $83 on a box full of stuff. Want to see?
There's an old curiosity shop. Every once in a while I go by there for the fond recollections that lie there in that old curiosity shop.
Okay, everyone, well, welcome to the front porch of the 1925 bungalow. I'm Scott. Now, I thought I had put this big dumb thing away for the season, but I should have known. My mother and I and stepfather were reminiscing that sometimes it's so cold on Memorial Day weekend that the picnics have to be brought into the garage. You never know in May. Well, you never know any time up here in the east. But it's chilly today. So I cannot but wait to show you. And here it is. There's the box. Now, I went to an antiques store, and I'm not going to tell you individual prices, but I will say that the total amount of money spent on this entire box was $83 and some odd cents. And we're going to take a look at everything that I was able to buy. So we'll just pull these cardboard things out. And here we go. First off, we have two. These are probably from the the 40s or the 30s or the 40s. Maybe even the 1950s. Yeah, two little kitchen pot holders in yellow and green. Some handiwork that someone did years ago. What's for sale? Probably most of it. Here is an old, and this is an old one, Pyrex Pie Plate, and take a look at this. Someone actually went and had their Pyrex Pie Plate engraved with a Y. Now somebody out there is going to want that. That's the old mark in the center there. I know you can't see it, but this probably goes, this is easily sometime between 1915 to 1930 is my estimate guesstimate. Take a look at that. See? Isn't that neat with the Y on it? I love that. Some lovely brown paper, which can be used some other time. Quit telling me that it's time for an oil change on a vehicle I don't even own anymore. Isn't it silly? Look at this. Pull a sticker off. I couldn't resist this. You know how much I like clear glass. Needs to be washed. That's a pretty etched, and it's an old one, clear glass vase. You're not even going to be able to see very well. Is that etched or cut? Yeah, that's cut on a wheel. That's all hand decorated there, that piece. See it? Oh. I don't know if my face is in the way. Look at that. No chips on it. It's even engraved around the top. Just a, pretty glass vase. That's probably 100 years old. Ooh, I know what this is. This is a beauty. And what a lovely... Now, just the other day I picked up a piece of stretch glass in this olive, and I know russet is more of a reddish brown, but when you turn this around in certain light, you'll get hints of russet. And I think that other piece, which is more on the olive green color, might have actually been referred to as russet. But anyway, This is 100 years old as well. When I say 100 years old, we're talking about something made in the mid-1920s. Look at the beautiful silver overlay. Wow. Probably a console bowl that had matching candlesticks. And this would have been made by one of the American glass companies. You can see the color a little bit better that way. How about that? That is a pretty one. I can see this on a black base. Pretty to use any time of year, but certainly would be lovely in the autumn season. Right? Ooh, what on earth? Oh, that could be dangerous. Let's get that out of the way. I see you, Mr. Spider. I'm gonna put you out on the sidewalk in a few minutes. All right, let's put this up here. Oh, peach opal. That's carnival glass, and I believe it was Dugan. Now, you've heard, when you hear Dugan, you often hear people say Dugan or Dugan Diamond, because it's the same company. It opened as, I might get these out of whack, out of order. I think it opened as Dugan, burnt down, they rebuilt it, then it was called Diamond, and then it burnt down again, and then they just gave up. I think I have, you can look it up. I probably had all of that wrong. But it's called Peach Opal, and they did a lot of it. There's a little candy dish, carnival glass, 1912, 1918, 1910. So you'll hear people say Dugan Diamond. Comes the wind, blowing the blossoms off of my hanging plant. More cardboard. Clean that up later. What is this? Ooh. This is wonderful. And I will show you what this is. You're going to know what it is as soon as you see it. Take a look at this black glass Art Deco era inkwell and pen stand. Now, it might look like pottery. That's black glass. And I don't see a maker's mark on it, but I didn't study it terribly well in the store. Now, of course, the way this works is we pull this section out, and then we unscrew this ceramic lid, which has a cork gasket. And if you're going to use this, you probably need to replace the gasket. It may have shrunk over the years, and there is a little chip. This shouldn't be a problem here because the seal is below the chip on that piece. But anyway, so fill this up with your ink, right? Screw your lid on, nice and not too tight, but tight enough that the gasket creates a seal. And then you're going to take it, turn it upside down, and it fits right in there like that. So the ink now is filling up the little reservoir down here in the bottom of the inkstand. And your pen is always going to have ink on it. Is always going to have fresh ink. How about that? So I would say sometime after between 1925 to 1935 on that. Some things I haven't had before. And then I've got a couple of books. This one, I am thrilled. This is Edison Cylinder Phonograph Companion. And this is the collector's guide to all Edison cylinder phonographs. And I've got to get the old Edison home machine out. I haven't fiddled with it in over a year and a half. This summer, let's bring it out here on the porch and set up one of the big horns. Yeah, that'll give them something to talk about across the street. But anyway, so isn't this great? This was printed in the 90s, and I'm sure this was a $25 book even back then. So I will read this and be very interested in it. It talks about every single Edison cylinder machine that was manufactured. I paid $2.50 for that. The other book that I got a hold of, oh, look at that, tucked down inside. Oh, is there any money? No. This is the Cambridge National Glass Museum. That was just tucked in there. But Farber Brothers Chrome Craft. I don't have, or I didn't until now, a Farber Brothers Chrome Craft Guide for Collectors by Julie Seferaza. So you have seen me sell some of these things before. Oh, this is great. That's down in my basement right now. This is fantastic. See all the glass that was made by Cambridge? Oh, you know, I bet the reason that's why that's in there, because I think it was Cambridge that supplied the glass to Farber Brothers. This is going to be terrific for me. Helps me to put sets together. Look, there's that ice bucket. No, that's not the ice bucket. That's the wow. This is wonderful. I'm excited about this as a reference book. There's the name of the there's the book in case you want to find it. Julie Seferaza. Can't wait to go through that. Now remember, I bought all of this for $83 and something. There goes one of my neighbors walking his dog, which he does twice a day. You can't see me. Here is a beautiful, beautiful piece of Hull, H-U-L-L, pottery, which used to be much more sought after than it is these days. This dates to the 1940s. This I might keep. The reason why is this is going to make a wonderful mantle set. I think in the antique days they would call them, is it a garniture set, which would usually have, oh, there could be 2 candlesticks and a clock. There could be 2 marble statues and something in the middle, but it would be 3 pieces. And I've got 2 matching Hull vases, which could sit on either side of this. They're up in the attic now, but the same colors, 1940s. So that'll be really pretty at Easter time. I think I'm going to be keeping this example and using it at Easter And there's a little bit of an old label still on there. It's worn out, but it's still on there. So 1940s, this is in good condition. Yep. And then finally, two lovely 3-light candlesticks. Are they Cambridge? I don't know. I don't know the pattern. This pattern, it's not the keyhole pattern. So I will go inside and get my candlestick book, which I have. I have a book that talks about all the candlesticks that were made in the 1920s and 30s, maybe even into the 40s. Aren't these beautiful? Take a look at those. And you know, I love things that are etched, but it's also fun to find glass such as this that is not etched. Aren't they elegant? These might be for sale. And it looks a little bit like the Cambridge keyhole, but this is not the Cambridge keyhole. And that's solid glass in there. So whether they're Cambridge or not, I don't know. I'll look them up. But it is one of the good glass companies. And how elegant is that when you get all 6 candles on the table lit up? Yep. I think I did all right. $83 for all of this. Yeah. So now the question, well, I've already told you what I think I'm keeping and what I am probably going to sell. And of course, when I go to sell these, I'll let you know. They'll either be in a live sale or in the eBay store. Probably in the eBay store. Because, as I said the other night, you might not have seen it, but I'm cutting one of my live sales out through June, July, and August. So I'm only going to be doing the one first of the month live sale by myself. I'll still do the live sale with Patrick the Trusty Huckster, the Unbreakables, and David and I will do our sales together as well. But instead of me doing 2 personal live sales per month, I'm only going to do 1 in June, July, and August. Everything else is going in the eBay store. So make sure, if you're not subscribed to the eBay store, you do that. Okay. And there might not be anything in it right now, but yesterday I spent hours taking photographs, and I'm going to be doing a lot of listing over the next couple of rainy, kind of chilly days here in the Northeast. Okay, what did you like? What was your favorite? Did you see anything that you'd like to bid on once it gets into the eBay store? Thank you for watching as I opened up this box. And I'll see you the next time around. And until then, I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop saying thanks for watching. Wait for the cat. I forgot to say that yesterday. And so long for now. Now, where's my... Oh, I gotta get that spider out of here.